so done with OBS. That is it. Let me get the chat back up, guys. Hold on. I am so done with it. I don't know what the problem is. I have tried everything to figure it out. And, I know that it's so annoying. How's now? How's the volume now? Better? Oh, man. If anybody can suggest a software other than OBS, I am so open to I'm trying to adjust the volume, guys. But if I turn it up, it gets this crackle in it, doesn't it? Doesn't it have a crackle in it now? Or is it okay? Better? Thanks for sticking with me, guys. Anyway, every time I'm like an hour in, OBS shuts down and says that there was an encoder failure. I don't know what that's about, but let's go back. All right, so what I was saying was, out of the coins, Luna looks the best, and that Mana. So, yeah, well, Alpha, if you can help me, let me tell you, this one needs tweaked bad. I've been messing with it forever. Just all kinds of problems constantly. Now, I turned the volume up on the gain. Okay, what's next? Okay. I don't know if some of those people probably said forget it and left, but that's okay. We'll keep going. Let's see. BNB. I mean, if I was watching a live and it cut off, I probably, I don't know, feel this, All right, so BNB is doing a nice job of holding its fourth. So, if it can, this looks 3 waves, but same thing, if it can get a leg like this and bring this higher, then it has the chance to maybe hold the 1-to-1, and then this correction would be over. It would be right in its prior degree fourth, and it would kick up for that fifth, hopefully. Like, that's what it would need to do at that point, start kicking up for that fifth. So we'd need a 5-wave move off the bottom. But this one looks really good. Okay. It's got this, it looks kind of like ETH with the 3 waves, 3 waves. And then if it can make this 3 by kicking up high here, it'll hold, has a chance to hold its prior degree fourth and kick up for the fifth. This is another one that looks really good. Like, some of them, like, have no choice but to make a wave 2. And like this one has a good chance of holding its 4th. Now, if it doesn't do that, okay, if Bitcoin, drags it down, then, it'll be making a wave 2. But I mean, it really, if this, well, is that, okay, so it's been around a little bit. Yeah. So if it breaks this, then as you can see, we have straight green candles. There is nothing to hold this if it breaks this 1-to-1, which means it's coming down. Okay? Because it has nothing to hold it. Doesn't even have, so it would be coming down right here. Okay? But, it looks good to hold it. Like, maybe like to the 1-to-1 here. Make this a 1, a 2, just like Bitcoin. 3, 4, 5. XPR. Not much to choose from, so maybe that's all it has. So we got a pump and we got a dump. Well, this one is definitely making a wave too. And we've got a 3-wave. Here's a connector. So then you connect this one to this one. As you can see, this right here, this was the giveaway, that 3-wave move. Then we made 3 to the downside. And this was quite the pump, but it was a flat. So, same thing as I've been talking about, okay? It really needs to hold. Even if it breaks the bottom and comes into the B, it really needs a kick to the upside as a flat, okay? Either a flat or 3, 3, 3 maybe, something to get us up, get it up a little higher. Because just like I showed you on that bear market, now we're going to be doing this. And we don't want to break the bottom of this one. So maybe it comes right into there. That's the last support it's got. So, maybe it comes in right there like this. And then it's got to go. So wave 2s, and if I have all the data here, can come as deep as they want. They just can't break the bottom. Like we saw, I think ETH has a very deep one. I mean, look how close. If this is a 1, which I'm not even going to dig into that right now because I don't like this as a 1, but it is what it is. But look how close that came. I mean, that's really close. You guys can't see. I have it probably in front of my face. But within dollars there. So they can come really close. So this one needs to get as high as it can with this leg right here. Hopefully it can do it. We'll have to wait and see what Bitcoin does so that it brings this leg higher. Very corrective right now. It's coming down correctively. Well, of course it's coming down correctively. What I mean is this move right here looks like a flat, which means it's not going right now. DXY. All right, so this was from the Discord this morning. All right, so let's talk about the DXY. If you haven't watched any of my videos about it, all right. So the DXY has A, B, C, okay? 3-wave move. All this over here before it, you can see all it does is make 3-wave moves. So right here, 3-wave move, 3-wave move, 3-wave move. That's how the Forex moves. But its moves, its C waves, and even its A waves are big waves because I'm up on the monthly, okay? But it never goes on a bull run. It always is moving in a 3-wave move, okay? So this is definitely a zigzag, okay? Which means it's another 3-wave. So we have two choices here. This is a big connector. What it can do is make a connector for big connector, okay? Where it makes this, this, and then down to the downside. And we get another box that matches this box. So we could get baby connector to connect the two boxes, okay? That's one option. Where this is just making a connector. Now remember guys, we are up on the monthly. So say it makes some type of 3-wave move here. That is a lot of time. That is from June to, oh my gosh, that is a year. Okay, we could be talking another year. All right, that this little box would take before this downside move would happen. Okay, so that's one option that it can do here. It's only got two options. The other option is that this is connector. And just like I showed you With the bear market, it's going to use this 3 waves, this connector, and give it a partner leg. And this right here, if it does this, it's going to wreck Bitcoin. So what we want to see the DXY do is make baby connector. Okay? Because this we don't want. Let's go a little lower. All right, so this ended right here. It had a truncated fifth. And we're going to have to see if it's going to do this. Actually, I think 1's here, 2's here. Yeah, that's how it was. So, going to have to wait and see if it can make this 5-wave move. And it might even extend this out a little more. So, right now it's playing around sideways in this 4th. And every time it dumps to the downside. Now right. Here it is. So we've got a potential leading diagonal here, which means most likely leading diagonal needs a partner. This looks like it's kind of playing around in here as a correction. And then we're probably going to get partner leg for leading diagonal. So yeah. So we'll probably get maybe one more little down move, maybe not. And then we need partner leg for leading diagonal, which would not be good for Bitcoin. So hopefully, I'm a little wrong in my analysis here. And even if it was over here, it still looks like it needs a partner for it. I saw a comment saying, take a look at something. I dare you, something like that. Which means it must be hard. Where'd it go? I will do a XC, Maddox. Yes, I will. Where is that, guys? I love a challenge. I can't find it now. Marsha, if you're still here, I understand. I try to make it as simple as possible by using connectors and partner legs. Maybe the boxes would be a little bit easier for people to understand that don't understand Elliott wave. But yes, you are right in your opinion that it can be too much details for some people. Okay. Where am I at in my list here? Anna could be means that your GPU is dying. I just got a brand new computer that the nicest person in the Discord bought for me. Like, it just showed up at the door. It was like a miracle. So I mean, it's that I would be shocked. Like, this is like the ultimate of computers here. Just catching up on chat, guys. Real quick here. All right, so let's see. I was at... Okay, let's do this because I think some of the requests might be from the prior live. So I'm going to start with the people that came in to this one because I'm not sure who's still here, who's not. So if you're still here, how many people are watching? 16. Oh, 32. So I'm trying to do this fairly. And if you're still here, please type in your requests. And I'll try to do as many as I can before I have to go. Because if I waste time on ones that the people aren't even here anymore, then I'm not giving value to you guys. What's a keylogger, Maddox? If you could answer what a keylogger is, like how would that? Okay, so Soul we did, but that's probably still on here and I can do it really quick. Okay, yeah. So Soul needs to... Its last chance is this little fourth right there. Same as the other ones, we need a big kick so that this leg, when it attaches, will be potentially shorter, or not shorter, but not as deep. But so all of them look like, they could potentially kick to the upside, but the higher they go, the better, so that this partner leg can be more shallow. This does not look like a fourth wave to me. It's too long in time. So it looks more like it would be a 2. Okay. CRV. Let me see if there's any more data on this. Oh, that's even... Oh, there we go. All right, so it just came straight down. Yeah, this one, Okay. So really all I can do with this coin, because it's so three ways, is a potential leading diagonal. Okay. And it's not perfect by any means. But that's the only bullish thing I can make out of this because of all the three waves it has. Okay, so if it is a leading diagonal, they like to come back into their two wave. So if it can hold the two wave area here, then it can be a 1, 2, and then it goes up for 3. Or if Bitcoin makes a big fifth wave, then it might make C. But more likely than none, more likely, this would correct when Bitcoin does whatever it's going to do. If it's going to come deep, it would make, a bigger correction here. And then when Bitcoin finally goes back on its bull run, then this would be a 1 and a 2. And then this would just be big, 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 big. But that's the only thing I can make out of this. I don't see it as a 1, 2, 1, 2 because this is three waves in here. The only thing I can make out of it is a leading diagonal. I know ADA has more data than that. ADA looks a lot like ETH. So if we lose this, this is very much nothing here. So its next support is going to be right there at the tippy top of this and this little thing. If it loses that, then it's coming down into here. So with that said, and this looks like a 5-wave move, but it's really got to hold this if it wants to be a 4th and kick up for a 5th. Because it has nothing here to hold it. It cracks it, it's definitely coming to there. Now, can that still be a 4th? Yes, it can. But I wouldn't like it too much. But it can be, because here's one of its prior degree, and here's its prior degree. But it really should hold here. So I just have the feeling that if it comes down there, then it would probably, bounce in 3 waves, come down, and we'd end up making a 2. So first off, see if it can hold here. And then if it doesn't, it's coming down to here. And I mean, all of these are way past their time for a 4th. A 4th that goes with this potential. Well, actually, that broke the bottom. So it would be this one. So it's even, there's the 4th for it. This may be a potential 5th in it. And this is the start of something deeper to the downside. Let me look a little closer. Okay, so it looked like 5 waves from a distance, but as you can see, we've got 3. Then we made this connector. So we've got a flat. Then we got this connector. Yeah, it's just, so it's connecting it all the way down. It's really got a hold here. If it doesn't, it means that this connector right here is going to be connecting this to the downside, and it probably will break it. And this would be its next target because there's nothing holding it here. So it's hanging on for dear life right now. And let's see if that hit an extension. Yeah, so it's trying to hold the 618 for dear life. If it loses it, I don't see it holding the 1-to-1 or the 1.236. It's going to probably come here. And then you're going to have to wait and see, does it make 5 waves or does it make 3 and bonk its head on resistance now? Okay. Okay, so right here, this must be an old one that I was messing with. Right there, that 3-wave move to the bottom had a chance to go to the upside, but it failed. So this got longer. Wow. It's got divergence here. All right. So it has nothing down here to hold it. So all right. So if it doesn't, it's going to come down to this 618. If it doesn't hold it, then the next area that I would be looking for a buy is right in here. Yep. And it's just going to take buying power to get this out of here because it's made a lower low than it has ever been. So you want to see I mean, there are people buying, and this looks corrective. So panning back out. Maybe it can get a little kick to the upside like this, like Bitcoin maybe can do. Higher the better. So that it can use this leg and maybe hold the 618 if it can push up high here or the next places here. Now, if it does the kick to the upside, you want to pull your FIP extension up to that. Okay? Just keep that in mind, okay? If you don't get the kick to the upside, then your fib extension is going to stay at that top right there. First place I would look is this 618 for it to hold. If it breaks through, next place is here. And it can't do anything but go up. I mean, my goodness. I mean, and you want to see it break this trend line. Okay? If you don't want to catch a falling knife, then wait for a break of this trend line. All right, guys. I can do a few more. I wish I could get to all of them. I really do. We have too many altcoins, you know it? Big Papa, you didn't have to do that. Thank you. I will take a look at your ZEX or ZEC. See if it's got more data. A little bit more. Okay, here we go. All right. So this was all just moved to the downside. Then we got this move to the upside that clearly is a three-wave move. So this in the middle looks like a three-wave potential move. So what it needs to do, if it's going to go any higher, unfortunately, though, it's going to be corrective, and then it's going to come back down. But what it needs to do here, because there's no real, like, impulsive waves, it needs to make the higher this can climb, the better, so that this can make a higher low. Okay. So that it can be, this would be a bullish correction. I know it doesn't look like it when you're looking at it, but a 3, 3, 5 that doesn't break its A wave is a bullish correction. So the higher this goes here, the better. Okay. And it does look like it will, because we've got 3, 3. Right now we've got 3. It's got a good chance. to connect this to this, which this could come deeper, okay? It could break here, and then try to kick this to the upside. But I do not see this as a 5-wave move at all, this right here. This is screaming corrective. So this is the whole move that Bitcoin made. Okay, that big correction we're looking at. And this is definitely 3, 3. And this looks much better for 3-wave move. Now, how does it come deeper? Well, what it does, just like we talked about in Bitcoin, is it uses this and it just makes a 3-wave. Maybe it bonks its head on this resistance here. And then it makes this wave longer. Come down deeper. But this whole thing is 3s. So even if it were to come deeper, or this leg comes deeper, it really looks like it will pop to the upside. Sort of looks like the DXY in a way. So they're really all dependent on Bitcoin. It's like, what is Bitcoin going to do? And we'll take one last look here. It's just climbing correctively. So we've got the same thing. We've got 3 connector, move to the upside. So this is W. It looks like it's trying to make an X. It's still just climbing. So it looks like it may do this little, that's not deep enough, so it needs to come deeper here. It still looks like it wants to try to climb up into this prior 4th here. And it's going to keep chopping you around, doing it correctively. So this move. Well, I'm going to measure this, but it looks like this needs to come a little deeper. And then this goes here, and then it may try to kick to the upside here. Careful with this, trading it, because this can make a lot of choppy pump and dump moves while it's trying to climb for a 4th wave up there. And I will see this as another 4th, or what we don't really want it to be, but it's on the table. Instead of this being a 5th diagonal, it's a 1 diagonal. So we would need to break up over this 39,371 to invalidate it. So what I mean by that is we don't want this to turn into a 1, this be a 2, and then we come down deep for this fifth. What we want this to be is this. We don't want this to be a 1 of this fifth, because that means that this is going to come much deeper. We want this to be the end of the third, this to be another fourth, and then make this fifth come up. And if this is a 1, it's a big one. But I am leaning that we are making a 4. Give you an estimate, even if I allowed it to come up high, to give you an estimate, we would be looking at down here. So it would be close to breaking that low. And what starts with 5 ends with 5. I know a lot of people are looking at this as 5 waves, like some kind of I think they're putting the 2 up here like this or something, making all of this 3, this 4, and this 5. That just, it doesn't look right to me. Just doesn't look right. To have this little tiny 1 and 2, this gigantic 3, a 4 that's like 5 times as big as your 2 wave here. It just doesn't look right to me. And plus this inner part, what are you going to call it? 1, 2, 3, I guess 4, extended fifth. And then another extended fifth, a fifth, because you'd have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, another extended fifth. You don't get 2 extended fifths in a fifth. Not usually, anyway. So I'm more looking at this as zigzag, pullback, zigzag, pullback. Which is good, actually. It's better that it, if that is it. All right, guys. Well, I kind of have to go. I so appreciate all of you coming and sticking it out with me through this live stream. Especially the problems I had. Those of you that came back, thank you so much. I wish I could get to every single one of these requests, but I have to go. But I just wanted to say thank you so much. And this will be an every Tuesday thing. And, if you're interested in TAA like this every day, go to my website. I'll type it in the chat here. There's a plan for everybody. And I'd love to have you. Okay? Well, that didn't work too good, did it? Yeah, it did. DragonflyTradingSystems.com. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me. All right, you guys have a wonderful day.